our country had one country, one election only. And these journalists had so much access to power, they were even controlling the policy making. Where the country was, where the country is now, where the country is going to be in 2030, 2045. Haryana contributed 10,035 crores. 1 year later, 2024 April, Haryana is contributing 12,169 crores. Haryana for a long time, the chief minister never makes decision. The son-in-law daughter makes decision. When Indira Gandhi ji madam was there, they said all the money coming to Delhi, when it is given back to states, 60% weightage is given to population. Where is the money? Is Rahul Gandhi ji going to have a note printing machine in his office? Now we have to understand, at one point of time, journalism in India, journalists in our country, they were literally considered God. And these journalists had so much access to power, they were even controlling the policy making. They were deciding who should meet the minister. If you observe carefully the Neera Radia tapes of that era, some of our top journalists in our country had unbridled access to power. To some of the top cabinet ministers, they even knew some of the policy decisions even before it happens. And many of the brokers had access to the ministers of UPA 1 and 2 through some of the journalists. Those journalists believed they are God. And they were traveling freely with the top leaders. They had access to the Prime Minister. They were traveling in the same airplane along with the Prime Ministers to different parts of the world. Now, after Modi ji has taken over our country as Prime Minister, from May 30, 2014, there is a difference. And everybody is treated equally. Nobody is given an extra access to the government. Even a journalist has to get information like the same source you and me can get the information. So this has created a cognitive dissonance. There is still a group of journalists belonging to the ecosystem who believe the institutions are collapsing simply because their access to power is cut. So this is why our social media volunteers, people who are sitting in this room, we have a very important role to play, not only during the elections, even before the elections also. Before I get into some of the political aspects which we need to discuss, I am still on the narration part. Just yesterday, there was a news article from Reporters Without Borders who said the press freedom in India is declining, and we all have read in the paper. Not only this, we keep reading a lot of articles in our newspapers which Indian media loves to cover in a big way. The institutions in our country are collapsing after BJP has taken over, BJP has come to the government. So very often they keep quoting a couple of indexes, press freedom index, the democracy index, to say, oh, in India democracy is declining. And many newspapers cover it prominently. Again, I am giving this example as a second example to say how a narrative is set in our country by people who don't want to believe India is progressive. There is this Freedom in World Index which is covered largely, which talks about the democracy and civil liberty in each of the country. The Freedom in World Index is published by Freedom House based out of New York. India's civil liberty score, if you see, in 2018 was 42. In 2022, it has come down to 33. So now India's overall ranking has come down to 66, which India had during emergency. Emergency time में India का क्या score था? अभी Freedom in World Index has given the same score to us. Northern Cyprus, a country controlled by Turkey, is having a democracy score of 77, that is better than our country. Mongolia, which had a one-party system in 1990 till 1990, is having a score of 84, which according to Freedom in World Index is a free country. Question somebody why they are having 100 gram of gold. Question somebody why they get paid this much money as a salary. So this is fundamentally a big disruption to our way of life. Congress is planning, that is why it is equally important people who are sitting here, we dig through the Congress design, talk about it so that it becomes a choice where any voter before going to the polling station will look at this choice, they will vote. We had strength to the argument to say, yes, where the country was, where the country is now, where the country is going to be in 2030, 2045, and where Modi ji is going to take. If you look at all the 193 countries in the world, 2023, India was the fastest growing economy in the world. We were the fastest growing. Now, that is not important for us. International Monetary Fund says, in the next 20 years, India has got all the potential to average out and grow faster than any other country in the world. That is important for us. And this did not happen overnight. This happened by building systems. In the last 10 years, we have built systems. We have made sure the system is performing. And we are making sure this system is going to deliver results. You just look, sir. Yesterday, the GST data collection data has come in our country. I am going to read out some of the data for your information. The GST, what each state is contributing. Now, if you look at the data, Haryana, a state like Haryana, where BJP is in power, in 2023 April, we are taking April as a month, Haryana contributed 10,035 crore. 1 year later, 2024 April, Haryana is contributing 12,169 crore, which is an increase of 21%. If you look at Uttar Pradesh, where we are in power, where we build a model, 2023 April, we have contributed 10,320 crore UP. 2024 April, UP has contributed 12,290 crore, which is an increase of 19% in 1 year. If you look at Maharashtra, which is India's largest economic state, 2023 April, 33,000 crore. 2024 April, 37,000 crore, which is 13%. If you look at the state in which I come from, Tamil Nadu, 2023 April, Tamil Nadu we contributed 11,500 crore. 2024 April we are contributing 12,000 crore, which is an increase of 6%. Whoever is a person in that state, he is spending. So this data has got nothing related to what government is doing for each state. Haryana is doing 21%. UP is doing 19%. Maharashtra doing 13%. Karnataka, only Congress has come to power 11 months now. If you look at the previous data, 9% when BJP was in power for a long time. Tamil Nadu 6%. So this is why we have to understand many states, including Tamil Nadu, to hide their inefficiency, they are creating this north-south divide. We have to understand. States which are not generating income, which are very corrupt, which have got parallel sources of power like Tamil Nadu, the chief minister doesn't make decision. His son-in-law and son makes decision. Telangana for a long time, the chief minister never makes decision. The son-in-law and daughter makes decision. If you look at Telangana now, the Congress CM doesn't make decision. Somebody in Delhi makes a decision. If you look at all the states, including Kerala, which is complaining north-south, if you look at GST data, we know why BJP governing states are performing, why non-BJP states are not performing. This is a very powerful argument to make that our system is working, our model is working. That is why in India also we are seeing a miraculous growth when compared to states that is governed by Congress. Now other argument they make, especially in South, which is very important in Delhi also, which Aam Aadmi Party keeps making. When Indira Gandhi ji came as Prime Minister, there has to be a formula for devolution of resources. All states contribute money to center gives back money. Article 275 mandates, center should give back money. Article 280 mandates how Finance Commission should function. When Indira Gandhi ji madam was there, they said all the money coming to Delhi, when it is given back to states, 60% weightage is given to population. In 1960, 2060, 50% weightage to population. Now anybody who is complaining, oh Delhi is taking all the money, it is giving more to BJP state, it is not giving to a state like AAP, which is governing, or Punjab where AAP is governing. Now we have to understand the Article 280, the Finance Commission, the 15th Finance Commission formula is very clear. Income distance 45%, population 2011 15%, not 60% which Congress brought. Area of a state 15%. Constitution mandates India should have a uniform civil code in the directive principles of state policy. We are saying we are going to bring one country, one election. Our country had one country, one election only. Till Congress started dismissing state governments, this order got changed. That we are bringing it back. That is part of our manifesto. So any statement that is written in BJP manifesto, we are strengthening Indian constitution like how Dr. B.R. Ambedkar ji wanted. But that point of time, some things were put in directive principles of state policy because somebody opposed it. Something was not put in fundamental right, something was put in fundamental duty. Something was put in directive principles of state policy saying when the conditions in our country improve, the government of the time can implement. So this is very, very important. Friends, here you have to make a narrative, make a truth to say why we need 400. We need 400 seats to strengthen the Indian constitution, to actually do what Dr. B.R. Ambedkar ji envisaged in 1947 to 50 before the constitution was presented, by which all these people dismantled a part of our constitution at different points of time. We want 400 to strengthen the constitution. This is a very important truth. All of us have to say why we have done it, what we have done it, what we intend to do in the next 5 years. The second one is our economic model. Now a Congress party says, we are going to give 1 lakh rupee to a poor. Now, Congress has to classify what is poor. Is it 45 crore? Now if you look at our budget, which is 44 lakh crore, in social media, people here, we got to argue a case, 44 lakh crore central budget, 6 lakh has gone to defense, agriculture this much, education this much, urban infrastructure creation this much. We have given money everywhere. We are giving money to the people. We are giving money to the state. If Congress is saying we are going to give 1 lakh rupee to the so-called poor, there are 40 crore poor in our country, which is 40 lakh crore. Where is the money? Is Rahul Gandhi ji going to have a note printing machine in his office to generate 40 lakh crore? It is important in our social media, the warriors who are sitting here, we argue our case. We tell the people of our country how disastrous the Congress policy is. Not only is the wealth redistribution, what Pandit Nehru ji said, what Indira Gandhi ji did, after that what Sam Pitroda ji is saying, after that what Rahul Gandhi is saying, what is the devious plan Congress is having in hand. Please make a narrative in the next 20 days.
Anna Malai, please say thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Wish you the best.